Now the Dummies books are so well known that it was a real coup to get into those.
Yeah, we were very chuffed to score that one. And basically, it came out of an idea that one of our advisors had to say, hey, why don't you, after we published Call Me Dad, and especially sort of in the tech community, a lot of guys and dads in that space who are well used to these books in the format of for dummies. It's all about, bullet point lists, keep it short and simple, pragmatic information. Mums are very worried about birth and getting the baby out of their body, whereas the dads are much more about how am I going to pay for it all and finance and what's going to happen to my life and all that. So very different mindsets, and as a result, the resources, I think, need to be different as well.
Well, of course, the common belief is that men don't do kids, and it's the mums who look after the kids while the men go out to work and earn the money.
I think we got past that though. What you're saying is true. It definitely used to be like that. But from what we're seeing from our website, from DIYfather.com, and the questions that we get asked, the stories that we get sent, I truly think that a lot of men have moved on from there. And they're now going, yep, I'm going to be a dad, so big change, but actually embracing it and also being interested in it rather than sort of saying, that's all sort of women's work and that. I want to see my kids when they're old enough to kick a ball around or something like that. That has definitely changed. And in fact, just recently, I think fathers have got a lot interest in, say, the purchasing decisions that are being made, taking a lot of interest in the approach. So, do we breastfeed? Do we, use formula? Or what kind of nappies do we use? Stuff that, like, my dad wouldn't have even had a clue. I mean, back then the options didn't even exist. Certainly for me personally, I wouldn't have wanted to hand over responsibility and all the decisions to my wife. I'm like, well, hang on a second, I'm the dad, so I want to be at least involved in those decisions as well, and at least you can have a discussion about it and sort of look at a few different options.
Well, the other new book that you brought out is the Baby on a Budget. When you go through the book, it's very practical, and children are not as expensive as maybe we think they are.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it comes down to a number of essential items where really it's not a good place to try and save money. For example, good quality baby gear that you need a lot. Like your baby cots, your strollers, the sort of carrying equipment, the baby Bjorns or whatever, your baby backpacks. It's stuff that you will need for a long time, that needs to be durable and all that. So you do need to look for quality there. But then there's other things which I would classify as sort of definitely optional items, more in the sort of the fashion department, branded baby shoes and specific garments and outfits and all of that stuff. And if you've got the money, great, go for that. But do you absolutely need it? No, not at all. And so it's a matter of weeding through all the purchasing decisions that you need to make and deciding what is essential and what is additional and optional. And then also for the essential stuff, actually do the maths, because a lot of people are not aware of the implications over a long period, so formula and the cost of formula over a year, several $1,000s, same for nappies, so that all of that adds up. And you need to be aware of that when you make those decisions.
What's driving the three of you to do this? Because it's pretty unusual for three blokes to decide to set off and write books about parenting.
I guess it's a number of things. We're very entrepreneurial minded, and it's just it's in us. It's not something that you decide you're going to do. It's just something that you have to do because you just do it. And also, of course, all of us got to the stage where we found out that we were going to be dads. And really, just by nature of trying to find information that is actually relevant for dads and that we can relate to, we found that virtually impossible 4 years ago when we started DIY Father. So out of necessity and passion, we created DIY Father. So.
Did you ever expect it would be as successful as it's been?
No, I mean, to be honest, we were really surprised how much interest we got when we launched. We were literally picked up by every TV and radio station in the country when we launched on Father's Day in 2007. And since then, it's been a blast of being approached by publishers to write books and being invited over to the UK and Australia to talk about, you know, parenting there. It was amazing. It's also been a lot of hard work. I mean, it's not just all sort of the glamour of, you know, having written a book. There's a lot of hard work involved, and all of us are extremely passionate about it, and we want to do it justice so that when people write into our website, that we actually do try and get back to everyone as much as we can, and give them useful advice or just refer them to where we think an organization can help or something like that.
I guess in a way that's encouraging though, isn't it? That men now want to know more and want to be better dads.
Yeah, and I think we've got a long way to go. I mean, it's definitely not like, you know, every dad on the planet chooses to be involved and, you know, is highly interested in all this. We've still got a way to go, but I think certainly over the last 4 years that we've been doing it, we can see a groundswell happening, and more people obviously being interested in it and being interested in the website. So I think it's a big movement that is happening, but slowly.
Stefan, I wish I'd had those books around when my 17-year-old was a baby. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.